ProbStats kids, this is Dr. Callahan with Week 1 Friday. How are you guys doing? Go ahead and pause the video and answer the following 3 questions on your warm-up log. If you don't have a copy of your warm-up log, you can either pick up a copy outside of B1, a hard copy outside of B1, or you can go ahead and print it off at home, use your own printer, and you can access the template, the electronic PDF attachment on Week 1 Monday's assignment because it is there. All right, let's go ahead and create the assignment for you guys. So ProbStats Week 1 Thursday or Friday, excuse me. Congratulations, you guys made it to the into the first week, so that's quite a task. So let's go ahead and create that. Week 1 Friday ProbStats semester 1 or semester 2. Today we're going to talk about confidence intervals with the ZC. And you're going to have your first assessment. So keep that in mind. Your instruction is to go ahead and watch the video. You will have to go ahead and take the first quiz. Keep in mind that you, by viewing the assignment, you get marked present, but you have to upload your work in order to get a grade on Infinite Campus. That is important. You guys have your YouTube video and also your Google Doc right here. The Google Doc is basically for your textbook. And then also the skills that we talked about during the day for the class. And then your YouTube video is the video of the lesson itself. This is where you pick up the hard copies. It's right outside of B1, so you have that available. And as always, your class period starts at 12:50 to 1:35 for fifth period, 1:40 to 2:25 for sixth period. And your classes every day is for 40 minutes, so keep that in mind. And if you do upload your assignment, you get 10 points every single day. And your assignment is always due by 3:30 p.m. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your guided notes for today. All right, so your guided note really is just going to be one page. It is going to be the quiz itself, which is right here. And rather than have you guys print out everything, I'm just going to go ahead and attach it to your assignment today. And it looks like this. So it's really just a half a page if you think about it. So you just need to print, like, you can put the whole thing off, that's fine, but it's really just a half page. So I'm going to go ahead and save this under today's stuff. And it's just Week 1, Friday, ProbStats, semester 2. Our topic today is going to be continuation of confidence intervals with ZC and your first assessment. Let's save this as a PDF, so that way even if you don't have PowerPoint, it's okay. You should still be able to access that. All right, now let's go back to MS Team, so that way you have that readily available. All right, so here's your assignment for Week 1 Friday, and we'll go ahead and attach your quiz onto this as well, so that you have it. Perfect. And ta-da, there you have it. I'm going to also do the same thing for sixth period so that you guys have access to it as well. And your video, once I'm done making this, will be attached to this assignment in addition to everything else. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and continue with this. So we're done with it. Okay, so you should be done with this. Keep in mind your warm-up log is worth 300 points, and these are the following breakdowns. Your homework yesterday were on these questions right here. These are the answers, so take a look at them. They are worth 2 points apiece, so 12 points altogether. I wanted to go over one of the questions before you guys start the quiz today. So the first question I want to go over is question number 16 on your homework from the textbook. And remember, you can find your textbook from the Google Doc link. So if you're like, well, I don't have a textbook, where would I find that? This is where you will go, okay? Remember, I have this attached to every single of your assignments. So this is a Google Doc link. That's where you're going to go for ProbStats. And once you're there, it's going to take you to this page here. So if you take a look at it, it gives you a summary of everything we talked about since week 1 Monday. Since your homework was on for week 1 Thursday, here is week 1 Thursday. This is everything we talked about in week 1 Thursday. And then also your homework is right here, but also a picture of the textbook is given to you as well. And that's where you access your textbook from now on for this class. Okay, so let's go back to this and we're going to talk about it. So this was a question for number 16, and it basically asks you to find the E, which is the margin of error, given the fact that you have your confidence interval at 97.5%, your standard deviation is 4.6, and your sample size is 100 people or whatever it could possibly be. So first thing I'm going to do is you want to find ZC. Remember, ZC is 1/2 1 minus C, which is 0.5, 1 minus 0.975. With your calculator, once you go ahead and you calculate that, you should have something that's going to be 0.5 times 0.025. Multiply that together, your ZC is going to be 0.0125. Now, you will have to look at the Z table to figure out what your ZC value is. And you're going to look at 0.0125. So that's what we're looking at, 0.0125. So here is your Z table. At 0.0125, your Z value is 2.24. And keep in mind that there is no negative. It's always going to be a positive. So 2.24 is your ZC value. So ZC is 2.24, okay? Once you have that, the next thing that you do, which is the second part, is finding your margin of error. And that formula, remember, is ZC times the square root divided by the square root of n. So I just found my ZC, which is 2.24, times by the standard deviation of 4.6, divided by the square root of 100. Now the square root of 100 is just 10. So what is 4.6 divided by 10? That's going to be 0.46 times 2.24. Your margin of error is going to be 1.0304. Now that's not your answer because remember I told you have to go ahead and do it with a confidence level, which has a U in the middle with the inequality signs like this. And on the left side, you have X bar minus E and the X bar plus E. So then what you would do is you would just put this in here for E. And if I were given to you that whatever X is going to be, but in this case, they didn't give you the X. So all you have to do is just X bar minus 1.0304 is less than U is less than X is greater than X is X bar plus 1.0304. And that is your answer. So your assessment today is going to be on this material. So just keep that in mind. You should have completed this from yesterday as well for your New Year resolutions. And so now let's take a look and we're going to talk about today. So here is your breakdown. All right, so with that said, this is your quiz. There are 2 questions, question number 1 and question number 2. When you're done with this, make sure you go ahead and go onto this tiny URL. Take the 40-question quiz to determine your major. So major is like what you're good at and most likely we're going to be majoring in when you go to college. Afterwards, I want you guys to do a reflection. What is your major? So let me know what that is. Do you agree or disagree with the results? I want you to list 3 other majors that you are interested in, and then Google your major and list fun facts like salary, daily work-life benefit. What do you do with this job on the following page? So pause the video and go ahead and do that. Okay, so generally if you're in person, I want you guys to kind of figure out, I want everybody to go up to the board and tell me with the 40 quiz on what you should be majoring based on what you're good at. Are you more targeted in the arts area, history, English, business, or math arena? So where do you fall into that? And lastly, I want to show you guys, these are the top 100 majors of 2019. And how much they actually make with their salaries. And also the percentage of increase on the job market. So then as you're looking at this, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, obviously I want to make a decent salary so that way I can support myself, maybe buy a nice car, and then if I ever decide to get married, maybe have a child or so. So as you're looking at the salary, what do you notice are the highest paid salaries? And they're generally like the 6 figures ones. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of them either with the word engineering in it, computer science, or business. In either cases, with a lot of the engineering and business, you are required to do a lot of math. If you go into the medical field, you probably will have to go to some form of medical school and additional training after you get your bachelor's. Or if you're going to go into business, you will have to be a leader. So you would have to know how to budget things well. So just for something that you can see. All right, you guys, make sure you upload your quiz when you're done. That is your first assessment. As always, stay safe and healthy and take care.